On June 24, 2026, Rockstar Games published the official description for the Grand Theft Auto 6 Ultimate Edition. Buried inside a weapon description, in a sentence most people scrolled right past, were 6 words that made the entire franchise community lose its mind. Vice City styling sourced from the Vercetti estate. The Vercetti estate, not a mansion, not a historic location, the Vercetti estate by name on the official Rockstar website. 3 days earlier, a user named Gameverse on X posted a screenshot from Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2 that had been hiding in plain sight for over a year. An iguana wearing Tommy Vercetti's iconic blue Hawaiian shirt, painted on a wall inside a Vice City convenience store. And 2 months before that, fans spotted a mansion in the first trailer's aerial shot that sits in the exact same location as the original Starfish Island estate from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So is Tommy Vercetti returning in Grand Theft Auto 6? The answer is more complicated, more interesting, and more emotionally loaded than you think, because this is not just a story about Easter eggs. This is a story about a dead actor, a broken timeline, and a game studio trying to honor a character they can never bring back. To understand why this matters, you need to understand who Tommy Vercetti actually was. Not the character, the event. When Grand Theft Auto Vice City launched in October 2002, it was the first time a Grand Theft Auto game felt like a movie, and that was almost entirely because of one decision. Rockstar hired Ray Liotta to voice the lead. Liotta was already a film legend. Goodfellas, Field of Dreams, Hannibal, and now he was voicing a video game character which in 2002 was considered beneath most serious actors. But Liotta did not phone it in. He gave Tommy Vercetti a voice that sounded like it had been chain-smoking on Ocean Drive for 40 years. Sarcastic, dangerous, exhausted, funny, and completely in control. Tommy was not just a protagonist, he was the reason people played Vice City. He was the reason Vice City outsold every other game that year. And he was the reason an entire generation of gamers associates that city with one man's voice. Tommy's story in Vice City is simple but brutal. He arrives in 1986 after spending 15 years in prison for killing 11 men in a hit gone wrong for the Forelli crime family. He was supposed to oversee a drug deal in Vice City. The deal gets ambushed. Tommy barely survives. He spends the rest of the game figuring out who set him up and clawing his way up Vice City's criminal ladder in the process. He starts by working for local drug lord Ricardo Diaz, running errands and proving his worth. Then he discovers Diaz was behind the ambush. So Tommy and his partner Lance Vance storm the Starfish Island mansion, kill Diaz in a shootout in his own living room, and Tommy takes the estate for himself. He renames it the Vercetti Estate and begins building an empire that spans the entire city. Nightclubs, strip clubs, a film studio, a taxi company, a print works, and an ice cream front for cocaine distribution. Every business in Vice City starts paying protection to one man. But the genius of Vice City's story is how it ends. Lance Vance, Tommy's partner through the entire game, betrays him during the final mission. Sonny Forelli, the mob boss who sent Tommy to Vice City in the first place, shows up at the mansion demanding his cut. Tommy fights them both. He kills Lance on the roof of his own estate. He kills Sonny in the lobby. And in the final cutscene, Tommy stands alone in the Vercetti estate, surrounded by bodies, with Ken Rosenberg rambling beside him and the entire city under his control. It is one of the bleakest, most satisfying endings in video game history. There is no celebration, no victory lap. Just a man standing in a mansion full of bullet holes, knowing that he won, and that winning cost him everything. That mansion is what Rockstar just named in the Grand Theft Auto 6 Ultimate Edition. That is the weight behind those 6 words. Here is the evidence, all of it, laid out in order of how strong it actually is. The single most important piece of evidence dropped on June 24th, 2026. Rockstar's official description for the Ultimate Edition's Hawk and Little Morgan revolvers reads, and I am quoting directly from the Rockstar Newswire, classic Vice City styling sourced from the Vercetti estate, including palm tree etched grips, engraved detailing, and a high-performance scope. That is not a fan theory. That is not a leak. That is Rockstar Games on their own official website, confirming that the Vercetti estate exists inside Grand Theft Auto 6's version of Vice City. The revolvers were physically sourced from that location, which means the estate is a real place on the map, has an interior or at least a lore connection, and it is associated with weapons that carry Vice City's history. GTA Intel called it the strongest Tommy Vercetti reference in the entire franchise since Vice City itself. The second piece of evidence went viral on June 21st. A user named Gameverse posted a screenshot from Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2, which had been available since May 2025. In the scene where Jason walks into a store and slaps the cashier, there is a painting on the wall behind the register. For over a year, nobody noticed it. Gameverse brightened the image, zoomed in, and found an iguana wearing what appears to be Tommy Vercetti's blue Hawaiian shirt. The same blue floral pattern, the same dark and light blue palm fronds, the same shirt Tommy wears for the entire game. Gaming Bible, Game Rant, Games.gg, and Analytics Insight all covered the discovery. Game Rant noted that the iguana painting was practically invisible without brightening, and that Rockstar has a long history of hiding references to previous entries in background details that take months or years to find. The third piece of evidence goes back to the very first trailer. In December 2023, an aerial shot of Vice City at night showed a mansion on what appears to be the same island chain where Starfish Island sat in the original game. The GTA 6 mapping project, a community effort to reconstruct the game's map from trailer footage and the 2022 gameplay leaks, placed this area in the same relative position as the original Vercetti estate. Sportskeeda covered the theory extensively and noted that while the building does not exactly match the original mansion's layout, the location is almost identical. And now that Rockstar has officially confirmed the Vercetti estate exists in Grand Theft Auto 6 through the Ultimate Edition description, that mansion in the trailer has suddenly become a much stronger candidate. There is also the Vintage Vice City pack, the pre-order bonus that everyone who buys the game before launch receives. It includes retro outfits and hairstyles for Jason and Lucia, styled after the 1980s Vice City aesthetic, and a weapon pattern based on Tommy Vercetti's tropical print shirt. That is the second time Rockstar has directly referenced Tommy's clothing in their official marketing materials. And then there is the 1995 Grotti Cheetah in the Ultimate Edition, and on the cover art, a car that has been synonymous with Vice City since 2002. None of these are accidental. Rockstar does not accidentally name the Vercetti estate. They do not accidentally put Tommy's shirt on an iguana painting in a convenience store. They do not accidentally reference his wardrobe in a pre-order bonus. This is a deliberate pattern. So the obvious question, if the Vercetti estate is in the game, if Tommy's shirt keeps showing up everywhere, if Rockstar is clearly building a Vice City that remembers its past, then is Tommy Vercetti himself actually going to appear? And this is where the story gets painful, because the answer is almost certainly no. And the reason is not creative, it is personal. Ray Liotta died on May 26th, 2022. He was 67 years old. He passed away in his sleep while filming a movie in the Dominican Republic. For the Grand Theft Auto community, it was not just the loss of a great actor. It was the loss of the only voice Tommy Vercetti ever had. Ray Liotta was Tommy. There was no separation. Every line of dialogue, every sarcastic comeback, every threat that Tommy delivered in that raspy, weary, dangerous voice came from Liotta's performance. And Rockstar knew that. They released a statement after his death saying, "We were fortunate enough to work with him. The industry lost a legend." You do not recast that. You do not hire someone to do a Ray Liotta impression and put it in front of 200 million players. Rockstar understands that better than anyone, which is why every single Tommy reference in Grand Theft Auto 6 has been environmental, visual, or textual. A painting, a weapon description, a shirt pattern, a mansion on a map. They are honoring the character without replacing the actor. But even if Ray Liotta were still alive, there is a second wall standing between Tommy and Grand Theft Auto 6. and most casual fans have no idea it exists. It is called the universe split. Rockstar divides the Grand Theft Auto franchise into 3 separate continuities. The 2D universe covers the original top-down games. The 3D universe covers Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories. The HD universe covers Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, and now Grand Theft Auto 6. These are not the same timeline, they are parallel interpretations of the same world. Liberty City exists in both the 3D and HD universes, but they are different cities with different layouts and different histories. Vice City exists in both, but they are different Vice Cities. In 2011, Rockstar explained their position directly. They said, "The universes of the worlds interpreted at different definitions, 2D, 3D, and high definition. So we felt brands and radio or background characters would exist in both, but three-dimensional characters would not. That means Tommy Vercetti as a three-dimensional character from the 3D universe canonically does not exist in the HD universe where Grand Theft Auto 6 takes place." And here is the proof that Rockstar is still enforcing this rule. Phil Cassidy appears in Grand Theft Auto 6. He was a weapons dealer in Vice City and a recurring character across the 3D universe games. In the original Vice City, Phil lost his arm in an accident involving a boomshine still, but in the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, Phil has both arms. Both of them. That is Rockstar telling you, without saying a word, that this is a different Phil Cassidy. Same name, same type of character, different universe, different history. If they are applying this rule to Phil, they are absolutely applying it to Tommy. But not everybody accepts that. The fan community is genuinely split on this. On the Grand Theft Auto 6 subreddit, the thread about the Vercetti estate weapon description has hundreds of replies arguing both sides. One camp says the universe split is a hard rule, and Tommy will never appear in any form. The other camp argues that Rockstar has been slowly softening the rule for years, pointing to the fact that Laszlo Jones appeared in both the 3D and HD universes, and that multiple radio stations and brands carry over between timelines. The optimists think the Vercetti estate naming is too specific to be just a homage. They think Rockstar is laying groundwork for something bigger, maybe a mission set inside the estate, maybe a flashback sequence, maybe even a voice recording left behind. The pessimists say it is exactly what it looks like, a beautiful, respectful Easter egg from a studio that knows how much this character means to people. Both sides have valid points, but only one side has the 2011 Rockstar quote backing them up. So what is Rockstar actually doing? The best theory, and the one most supported by the evidence, is that Rockstar is treating Tommy Vercetti the way a city treats a dead king. His name is on the buildings. His legend is in the walls. His weapons sit in glass cases, but he is not walking through the door. The Vercetti estate in Grand Theft Auto 6 is not Tommy's house. It is a monument to what Tommy represented, filtered through the HD universe's version of Vice City. The iguana painting is not Tommy. It is a piece of folk art made by someone in this version of Vice City who remembers the legend. The weapon pattern is not Tommy's shirt. It is a nostalgic callback sold to tourists who visit a city built on crime money. Rockstar is telling us that in Grand Theft Auto 6's Vice City, there is a myth of a man who once ran this whole city from a mansion on Starfish Island. Whether that man was named Tommy Vercetti in this universe, or whether the estate just carries his name as cultural memory, does not really matter. The point is that Vice City remembers. If you played Vice City in 2002, you already know why this is the right move. Bringing Tommy back as a 75-year-old side character would shrink the legend. Making him a cameo would cheapen it. But filling the entire city with his ghost, his shirt on a wall, his name on a mansion, his revolvers in a glass case. That is how you honor a character whose voice can never come back. That is how you honor Ray Liotta. Not by replacing him. By making sure everyone who walks through Vice City knows someone was here before them. Someone who built this whole thing. Someone whose name is still on the walls. And if you think about what the Vercetti estate could actually look like in Grand Theft Auto 6's version of Vice City, the possibilities are fascinating. In 2002, the estate was a functioning criminal headquarters. Guards patrolled the grounds, a helicopter sat on the roof, drug money piled up in the office. But Grand Theft Auto 6 is set in the modern day. 40 years have passed in the fiction. That mansion has changed hands. Maybe it is a museum now, a Vice City historical landmark where tourists pay $20 to see where the most famous drug lord in the city's history once lived. Maybe it is a derelict ruin on an island full of billionaires who bought up every other property around it. Maybe it is still owned by someone carrying the Vercetti name, a grandchild or a nephew who inherited the estate and runs it as a legitimate business. Whatever Rockstar chose, the fact that they named it by name means it is not just background decoration, it is a piece of the world, and every player who walks through that door is going to feel the weight of what happened there in 1986. Grand Theft Auto 6 launches on November 19th, 2026. Pre-orders are live right now, and somewhere on Starfish Island there is a mansion with a name on it that has not changed in 24 years. Tommy Vercetti is not coming back, but he never really left.